Prosthetic limbs in real life are a primitive replacement for an amputated one, but video games have consistently used their imaginative worlds to challenge such real-life notions. Characters in video games have prosthetics that give them stunning abilities that can be used for all sorts of purposes, and we'll be running down the best prosthetic arms in gaming that make you a force to be reckoned with. SEKIRO Shadows Die Twice Prosthetic Tool. SEKIRO Shadows Die Twice starts off pretty simple, with the protagonist Wolf being tasked to rescue his master from the clutches of Genichiro Ashina, but that fight leaves our Wolf handicapped with one severed arm. Thanks to the help of the titular sculptor, you get a prosthetic tool in replacement, which not only allows you to get back into the fight, but also increases your versatility in combat. You can attach different weapons to this tool, which helps give you an edge over certain enemies. For instance, the loaded axe can be used to break down enemy shields, while the firecrackers can be used to distract enemies. Or you could use the flame vent to dish out some fire damage instead. On top of these capabilities, this prosthetic arm also allows you to close huge gaps through the use of an attached grappling hook, making it the most important part of your arsenal. Metal Gear Solid 5 Bionic Arm. Metal Gear Solid 5's impressive dynamic sandbox is often discussed in features like this one, but the many tools that you get to use in the game are rarely brought up in such discussions, and that's a shame, because Metal Gear Solid 5 features a ton of useful gadgets, including but not limited to the Bionic Arm, which takes the place of Venom Snake's amputated left arm during the events of the Phantom Pain. This arm can serve different functionalities, from stunning enemies with the stun arm to pulling them towards the player with the hand of deity, or the best of the bunch, the blast arm, which literally detaches itself from the body, allowing you to control its trajectory and hit several enemies at any given time. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Adam Jensen from Deus Ex: Mankind Divided is a mechanically augmented super soldier, and both of his arms are cybernetic prosthetics that allow him to have extraordinary strength and supernatural abilities. As you make your way through the game, you'll gain new abilities like punching through walls, the ability to negate weapon recoil, lift and throw heavy objects, among a slew of other things. Furthermore, these cybernetic arms also allow Jensen to hack into enemy systems, slash through foes with the nano blade, or non-lethally dispose of them with a shock from the Tesla. Bionic Commando Bionic Arm. Bionic Commando might be a flawed experience, but it certainly features one of the best prosthetic arms in gaming. It allows the protagonist Nathan Spencer to freely swing from anchor to anchor, and later upgrades to the arm also help in combat situations. In addition to all this, the bionic arm is also an important part of Bionic Commando's narrative, as the prosthetic itself contains a part of Spencer's wife, since the prosthetic requires a strong emotional connection with the host to be effective in battle. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom – Link's New Arm. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom introduces a whole host of new mechanics, and some of the most essential tools in Link's arsenal are thanks to his new arm. While it's not a prosthetic arm, as per se, it's a highly altered version that's been affected by corruption, so we're taking the liberty to include it in this list. Using this arm, Link is able to ascend through solid walls, fuse together different objects to make new weapons, or combine objects to make some praiseworthy items that serve a wide variety of purposes. It's pretty fun to use these abilities, and this new arm helps players to express themselves more freely than before. Mortal Kombat – JAX'S Mechanical Arms. The Mortal Kombat universe is brimming with interesting characters that have fleshed out backstories and character arcs that develop with each new entry in the franchise. Jax is also one such character, and his most interesting character trait is definitely his mechanical arms. Those familiar with the lore would know that Jax's original arms were severed by Ermac, following which he replaced them with the steel ones that gave him super strength. Thanks to these new prosthetics, Jax is able to hit really hard and smash down his opponents with relative ease. OVERWATCH, DOOMFIST'S arm. Much like Mortal Kombat before, OVERWATCH also features a lovable cast of characters that are both functionally and visually distinct from one another. DOOMFIST is one of the best in the bunch, mostly thanks to his cybernetic arm that helps in performing his special moves. You can slam this oversized arm into the ground for some area of effect damage, use it to charge towards your enemy, or throw it all together to unleash a deadly projectile at anyone foolish enough to stand in your way. It looks cool, and it has a ton of functionality that makes it one of the best prosthetic arms in games. CYBERPUNK 2077 MANTIS Blades. Set in a dystopian future, CYBERPUNK 2077 is chock full of body modifications that enhance the physical capabilities of anyone affluent enough to afford them, which naturally includes prosthetic arms as well. Our choice for the best in the bunch is the MANTIS Blades. These are legendary grade cyberware, and they attach deadly blades to the sides of your arms, which can be used to make short work of your enemies. These attachments are particularly useful in close combat situations, and you can also unleash some brutal finishes upon your adversaries after a few strikes. And of course, it's pretty cool to look at as well, so there's that to consider as well. Mega Man, the Mega Buster. Mega Man has no shortage of devastating weapons to choose from his ever-growing arsenal, but the vanilla Buster Cannon is definitely the most iconic weapon, which makes it worthy of being on this list. While it might not be as versatile or powerful with its run-of-the-mill ammo, it's moderately effective against all types of enemies and takes little to no energy to fire. It's definitely not as fancy as other weapons, but it is a Swiss Army knife that can make short work of anything and everything you throw at it. So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.